I have a problem. I have a problem. Who can give a solution? I have a problem in this class. Who can give me a solution? Hmm?
Sir,
So you people are speaking. I can't hear you. Yes,
What is the problem, sir?
that's it. The first thing you should identify the problem. Without identifying the problem, can we give a solution? Without identifying a problem, can we give a solution? Yes
No,
or
sir.
no,
no?
sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So, as a developer, the first important thing is you have to understand how to do the testing. When you do the testing correctly, then you will understand what is the mistake. Now, for that mistake, you have to find a solution. No programmer can write a program 100% correct for the first attempt only. First time only, he cannot handle all the cases. There will be some mistakes for sure. Test it, fix it. Test it, fix it. So, developers, the main quality of the developer is he should test it thoroughly. So, testing is also part of the ABAP work only. Now, one more rule you have to remember. When you are in the learning stage, when you are learning something, never take anyone's help to write a program. Never takes anyone help to write a program from day one. Make it a habit. Let it take 2 days, let it take 3 days, let it take 5 days, let it take 10 days. Try to do the program on your own in the learning stage. Now, am I keeping any deadline saying that you have to send the assignment by 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock? No. If you today's assignment, if you send after 1 week, also not a problem for me. Here, we don't have deadlines. But some people are taking they are doing for half an hour, and if they are not getting, they are asking for help. It's good. I'm not saying you should not ask help. You should ask for help. Okay, not a problem. But right now, before asking a help, tomorrow when you join a company, will your friends come along with you? Your requirement is completely different. You are writing a new program right now for all the 20 people or 30 people. I'm giving the same assignment. So all the people are doing the same assignment. If you ask something, they are telling this is the mistake. But tomorrow, everyone is going to one company. Everyone will have their own programs. If you got stuck, who will help you? Who will help you? No one will be there. Now, try this. Go out of your house. After the class, go out of your house. If you see a dog there, put some biscuits to the dog. Second day also put the biscuits to the dog. From third day onwards, whenever you open the gate, the dog will automatically come and run. So it is expected because the dog has felt that okay, this guy will put biscuits every day to me. So it become a habit. Whenever it sees you, it will come running. Your brain is also like a dog. Your brain is also like a dog. Once you start giving help, you got stuck somewhere. You are asking help for someone. From next time onwards, whenever you got stuck, it won't think on its own. It won't think on its own. It will start reaching for help. So if in real time, you should be original, not a copy. You should be original. You have to write the original program. You are copying the program from someone else. Then why I will keep you? I will keep the original person by paying him double the salary. So initially it is difficult. So remember this. If you want to become the best developer, never copy a single line of code from others. Try to create your program on your own. Now, whatever topic I am explaining, if you are not understanding, you can ask me next day, not a problem. Until you are comfortable. So, my first target is I have struggled 1 year to understand all these concepts. In 1 year, many nights I cried because some topics I have not understood. My faculty went like a super fast. Within 1 month, he completed the course because all the students are interested in getting the job as early as possible. So, the markets are taking the advantage. They are completing the course in 1 month. By the time I completed my first program, 5 classes are over. So by the time my course is over, I can't understand anything. So So understand all these concepts and to write my program on my own, it took 1 year. I cried in that 1 year many times because I'm not getting help. And at the same time, I don't have enough money to do the course once again. For the first time only, my friends paid the fees for me. So I cannot depend on my friends. My hostel fees is being paid by my friends only. My friends paid my hostel fees. Now, how can I ask them more money for one more batch? So I have my restrictions. So I struggled a lot to understand all these concepts on my own. So the first thing I did after getting a job is, okay, there are many people like me who needs help. So that's the reason I started teaching. So I don't have any deadline saying that I should complete this as early as possible. If that is the case, I will also run like super fast express. So now let's see this. Coming to back to the program. First, we are assuming positive cases. So the same program what we did yesterday, a day before yesterday, I am taking the same program. Report 10. Report 10. Create. Calculator program. Calculator program. Type executable. Type executable. Save it. Now, one thing I don't understand, if I take the class at 8 o'clock, the people are joining at 8:15, 8:20. No, today I took the class at 8:30. People are joining at 8:40, 8:45. So it became a habit that I should start the class at I will join the class late. So earlier, when I was taking the offline classes, once I take the class at 8 o'clock sharp, no one is allowed after into the classroom after that. If I start the class, no one is allowed in the class. I don't like disturbance in the class. But online classes, because of network issues, etc., we can't put that restrictions. So in a software field, first thing, learn how to maintain the timings. No one should come and correct you. You should correct yourself. So now parameters p underscore num1 type p decimals 2 parameters p underscore num2 type p decimals 2 parameters p underscore choice type c. Now first try to cover the positive cases. If the positive cases are working perfect, then we can go for negative cases. So what is positive cases? We are assuming that if p underscore choice equal to plus, the user might enter plus. A good practice is immediately put end if. Right now, we are using only 3 4 conditions. So it's very easy. But in the future topics, when we put 20 conditions, 30 conditions, now where to put end if, where to put end if, where to put end if, you'll get confused. So a good idea is wherever you are putting if, there itself put the end if. A if should have end if for sure, and then start writing the code in between. So now result. So I want result data v underscore result type p decimals 2. So result is equal to p underscore num1 plus p underscore num2. Right addition result. Now whatever way the client asks, you put it like that. Right result. Now I am copying this to 2, 3, 4 plus minus into divide into divide. So plus minus into divide. Now subtraction result, multiplication result, multiplication result, division result. Check the syntax. So right, right, right. Finished. Check. Activate. So now test it. Test it first. Test it for positive values, correct values. But when I am testing with correct values also, the division won't work. So 10 is a valid number, 0 is a valid number, 0 is a valid number divided by this. So execute, it will go to dump. So my positive case itself is not working. So we have to handle this case. So slash n is C38. So now what we have to do here? What we have to do here?
Put one more if condition
One more if condition. If p underscore num2, what we have to write here?
equal to 0, then write
Now other than equal to 0. Now I am saying equal to 0 else and if. So put your if else and if first and then put your code in between. So here, then here, right? Cannot divide by 0. Now your syntax errors will be minimized if you do it like this. This is the best practice. So check the syntax, activate it. So I will get it. Now a condition can be written in n plus 1 ways. We can write a condition in n plus 1 ways. So let's see this now. Execute. So now 10 divided by 0, divide. I will get cannot divide by 0. Then 10 divided by 2, I will get 5. So I am working, it's working perfectly. Now one of your batch member has written like this. If num2 greater than 0, then only divide. He just interchanged it and asked, is this correct? Just he's trying some experiments. It's good thing to do experiments. So now he did like this. Now this looks perfect. But let's see this. Execute. When I give 0, 10, 0, divide. So it is writing correctly. Cannot divide by 0. When I am giving 10 divided by 2, it is giving the result correctly. 5. Now see here what he has done. If the value is greater than 0, do the division. If it is 0, this condition fails, it will come to else part. This is also correct. But what will happen if the user says 10 divided by minus 2? I am not giving 0, I am giving minus 2 and I am saying divide. So there is a possibility that in the below denominator we'll get minus also. Your program is saying cannot divide by 0, which is wrong. So if this is the case, what you can do? Again, you have to handle the negative cases also. If it is greater than 0, one condition. If it is less than 0, one condition. Or I can do it like this. Not equal to 0. Not equal to 0. That means if it is greater than 0 also okay. If it is less than 0 also okay. Do the calculation. If it is equal to 0, it will go here. So this is one more way of writing a condition.
this
A
is symbol of
program, a problem will have n plus 1 solutions. Whichever way you want to write the condition, it's your wish. The end user don't look at your program what you have done. The end user will test the program. It should work for all cases. Is this clear? Someone is
yes,
asking
sir.
some doubt?
Sir, I'm asking that this symbol is for not equal
Not equal.
to.
Not equal to.
Okay.
Greater than, less than, not equal. Is simple. So now in SAP, you can also use the following. When you see greater than symbol, we can use GT. GT. So wherever you are using greater than symbol, you can use GT. Wherever you are using less than symbol, I will put in the center. Less than symbol, we can use LT, less than. Whenever you are using greater than equal to, you can use GE. Whenever you are using less than equal to, LE. Whenever you are using not equal to, NE. Whenever you are using equal to, you can say EQ. So these are the symbols you can use or the equivalent text you can use. Example here, I can say if p num2 not equal to is also the same. So if you are not comfortable with these labels, you can use the symbols. It's your wish. Here I can say if p underscore choice equal to activate. That is also correct. So wherever you are using the symbol, we can use the equivalent text. Equivalent text is this one. So you can note down this later. I will send you the notes. So now let's assume negative cases are still there. Let's assume the program is working perfect. So how many testings we have to do as a developer?
Three testing.
Unit,
Unit, regression, and
Integration.
regression,
integration. Yes, sir.
integration. So now in a unit testing, we say positive case. What is positive case? When we give correct inputs, how program is behaving. Second, negative case. When we give invalid inputs, how program is behaving. No data case. When we leave blank, how your program is behaving. So these are the cases we have to test. So let's assume as of now I am handling everything. So here we have to put one more if condition for handling that negative case. If you put one more if condition, that negative case will be done. Now, once the post unit testing is over, we have to test the speed. Now in this program, if I enter plus, how many conditions will get executed?
One
How many?
condition.
The
One condition.
program will execute all the conditions,
All four.
but all the four until it validate all the four. Now, example, you have nice four shirts. By seeing the four shirts, all look same. But if you try on you will know whether it is fitting you or not, where it is loose, where it is tight, etc. I have four brand shirts, same size, but that does not means it will fit you. It might not fit you, so you have to try. So the system don't know that you have entered plus here. If you observe this carefully, debugging yesterday's concept. So if I explain theoretically, you have to imagine. But if you know debugging, you need not imagine. I am keeping the breakpoint here. Now I am executing. So I am giving 10, I am giving 2, and I am giving plus. So if you execute, my first condition is plus. Follow this carefully, this is very important. My first condition itself is plus. So the first condition is success. My first condition is success. It is going inside, writing the result, over. My work is over. I should come out. But my system don't know that I should come out. It is checking the second condition. Is it plus? It fails. It is checking the third condition. It is checking the fourth condition and then coming out. So how many conditions the program is checking right now?
Four condition.
Now
All
I
the
am giving
conditions.
minus all the conditions. In this example, four conditions. I am giving minus. Minus is in the second condition, but my program don't know that it is there in the second condition. So it will come to the top. Is it minus? No. Is it minus? Then it will execute that minus, whatever is there in that minus, and then it won't stop there. It is coming to the third condition. Is it minus? To execute line by line, F5, F5, F5. So I am selecting F5. I am selecting F5. So the program is checking the condition every time, all the four conditions. Now in this program, there is only four conditions, so not a problem. Now let's assume I am designing a remote control, TV remote control. In TV remote control, how many channels you will have? Latest TV, smart TV,
N
roughly
number of
1000,
channels.
Multiple.
roughly 1000. Ideal case scenario 1000. So first 100 to 800 channels is the TV channels, high definition channels, 800 to 900 channels that radio FM channels, and after that there are some more channels for 900 to 1000. TV to TV it will change. So in a TV you are having a remote control. In a remote control you will have a chip. Inside the chip there will be one program which will set the frequency. So how the program is written? Example: if channel is equal to 1, if the channel is equal to 1, frequency, set the frequency is equal to something 10 megahertz. And if the channel is equal to 2, frequency is equal to, that means that channel is in which frequency, ETV, whatever is the frequency that it will have, like this it will have the channels. Now up till if channel is equal to 1000, and if frequency. Now the user is selecting channel 1. The user is selecting channel 1. So it has set the frequency. But how many conditions it will take to come out?
1000.
1,000 conditions.
1000.
1,000 condition.
Now, is it necessary to check the 1000 conditions? The user selected the first one. I can come out from here. But my program is checking all the 1000 conditions. So when you set some TVs, they will write the program like this only. So when you select channel 1 and wait for 20 seconds or 30 seconds, then only you will get the channel. Else you won't get the channel. But here, 1000 conditions I am checking, the program is becoming slow. So the drawback of this if and if and if and if and if, luckily in this program I have only four conditions. So not a problem. But if I have 1000 conditions like this, my program will become dead slow. When I select a button of addition, it will take 1 minute or 2 minutes to give the output. But we people are busy. We don't stop at even the red signals also. How can we wait for the output of the program for that many minutes? So some people don't like it. If your program is not working with speed, your program is a failure. So if the number of conditions are more, this program is a failure. We call it as regression testing. But right now, I don't want to confuse you with hundreds and thousands of conditions. So let's assume these four conditions are taking 4 minutes. Assume each condition 4 minutes. But I can run this program in 1 minute. Then why to waste 4 minutes? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
At any time, user will give only one condition, either plus or minus or into or divide. So one condition will take 1 minute means it should execute in 1 minute. But my program is taking all the conditions, so it is taking some time. So what we can do, alternative. So I am copying this 10 program to 11 as it is. Copy. There is one more type of if condition, type 3. So we have already seen two types. If and if. This is type 1. So we are giving some condition here. If some condition and if. Then type 2. If some condition, else and if. This we have seen with the division. Now we are seeing the third type. If some condition 1, else if. Condition 2, else if. Condition 3, else if. Condition 4, condition 4 in the last. And if you want, you can have else also. Nested ifs, nested ifs. So now I am writing my program. The old program was written like this, type 1. If choice equal to plus, and if choice equal to minus, into divide. plus minus into divide. Now this is type 1. Now I am writing this program with, I am removing this end if, and here I am putting else if. I am removing this end if and putting here else if. Else if. I am removing else if. So one if will only have one end if in between multiple else ifs. Now, whenever the program executes in this case, in the first case, it is checking this condition, then it is checking this condition, then it is checking this condition, then it is checking this condition, and then coming out. But here, whenever the first condition is satisfied, the program will go inside and it will come out. It won't check the second condition. So whenever the first condition is satisfied, if the user enters plus, the program executes that condition and comes out. It won't go to the next condition. Suppose the user enters minus, the first condition fails, so it will go to the second condition and then execute the second condition and comes out. Now suppose user is entering into, the program don't know into is there in the third condition, so what it will do, it will come and check here mismatch, it will come and check here mismatch, it will come and check here matches, it will go inside and come out. So whenever a condition is true, that it is executing and coming out. After that, whatever conditions are there, it won't execute. Example, if you have 1000 channels, channel 1 to channel 1000, in the old logic, when I select channel 1 also, my program is checking all the 1000 channels. Say each channel is taking 1 second, 1000 conditions, 1000 seconds it will take. To come out, the program is taking 1000 seconds. But if I write the code like this, when you select the channel 1, it will set the channel 1 and come out immediately. If you are selecting channel 2, program will check two conditions now. If you are selecting channel 3, program will check three conditions, that is only 3 seconds. If you select channel 4, only 4 seconds. But still there is a problem here. These channels will take lot of time. 900 conditions it has to check. But at least the program, the first half of the channels will work fast. At least. So the program is better than the previous one. It is not the best. It is better. So how to write this program? Follow this carefully. So I am removing all the end ifs. I am removing the end ifs. I am removing the end ifs. End ifs. Last end if. The last end if will remain as it is. Else if. Else if. Else if. So these are called as nested ifs. Just say pretty printer, the code will be aligned. Check the syntax. Activate. So now debug both the programs in one session. In one session, keep the new program. In another session, keep the old program. So open one more session /OSC38, one more session. Open the old program. So open the program number 10, display. Keep a breakpoint and execute and give 10 and give 2 and give plus. Execute. The program will go to debugging mode. Switch to classical debugger. Switch to classical debugger. So now execute one by one. F5, F5, F5. So this is the first condition. My program is checking the first condition. The first condition is satisfied. It executed everything in that condition. Now it is checking the second condition. Now it is checking the third condition. Now it is checking the fourth condition. Then the program is coming out. So 4 conditions it is checking. Now come back to this new program. Keep a breakpoint. Keep a breakpoint. We can only keep the breakpoint for the active code. So keep a breakpoint in line number 17. We cannot debug declarative statements. So I am putting the code in line number 17, execute. Give the same values what you gave in the first. Give the same and say plus execute. So now if you observe debugging switch to classical debugger, the first condition is satisfied. The first condition is satisfied. When I click F5, it is going and executing the steps. Now it is writing the result. So I got the output. Now I need not check any other conditions. When I click F5, see here, program is coming out. It is not checking second condition, it's not checking third condition, it's not checking fourth condition, it is coming out. So program will come bit fast than the previous one. Now, if I give minus, execute F5. Now, choice equal to plus. First condition fails. If the first condition fails, it will go to the second condition and it will check. Second condition is satisfied. So it is executing the second condition. After writing the result, it will come out. It is not going to the third condition, fourth condition. So
Sir,
until
sir,
any condition is true, yes,
sir, how you are telling that that condition was failed by seeing that result that screen?
F5. Now if you see choice, what you have entered, minus, is minus equal to plus? Is
No,
minus
sir.
equal to plus? So I have given minus here. Minus equal to plus, no. So this condition is failing. So if I click F5, if this condition is success, my program has to go to this line. But when I click
Okay.
F5, the program is not going to this line. The program is jumping to the next condition. That means my first
Okay, sir.
condition failed. So now minus is minus. My condition is true. So when I click F5, it will go inside. If the condition is not satisfied, it won't go inside. So now it is ending, it is taking the second condition and coming out of it. Coming out of it. Now, this program works better for starting conditions. Suppose in the previous program, if I have 1000 conditions, the program is taking 1000 seconds. Any channel you take, it will take 1000 seconds. But if I say channel number 100, if I write the program with if else if, how many seconds it will take if the channel number is 100?
100 seconds.
100
100 seconds.
seconds. So at least 900 seconds I am saving, right? So if you can save 1 second also, it will be advantage. In a race between the success and failure person, between the first person and the fourth ranker, there will be only fraction of seconds only difference. So every second counts in software in this program. So, but if I am giving higher channels, 900 channels, 911 channels, this program will be bit slow only. So this is half better, not completely better. You have understood this concept? If
Yes,
else,
sir.
if else, if. Now,
Yes.
there is still some drawback in this program. What is the drawback here? For ending conditions, program is unnecessary checking all the top conditions. So what SAP has done is SAP came up with one more case. We call this as switch case. Case choice. A case will have AND case. This one. A case will have AND case. A if will have AND if, case will have AND case. When plus, when minus, when into, when divide. Follow this carefully, the syntax, observe the syntax carefully. Here, in the if condition, for every variable, we are repeating the choice equal to plus, choice equal to minus. But here in the case statement, we are giving that input in the starting only. And then if it is plus, minus, into, divide, what to do? So when it is plus, my program, this choice keyword is designed in such a way that if you give plus, it will go directly to this one. If you give minus, it will directly go to this one. If you give into, it will directly go to this one. If you give divide, it will directly go to this one. So the architecture is designed in such a way that whichever condition you give, it will directly go to that one. So at any point of time, it will execute only one condition. So now my program need not check is it plus, is it minus, is it into, like this every time it need not check. Whatever channel you give, directly it will jump to that channel. The program is much faster. So now what I'm doing, I'm copying this program. No, I won't copy the program. I will copy only the declaration. I will copy only the declarations into program number 12. So 12 create calculator with case statement, type executable, save, local object. Case p underscore choice and case. Wherever you are beginning, end it there itself. This will minimize the syntax errors. Then when plus, when minus, when into, when divide, when divide. Now when plus, v underscore result is equal to p underscore num1 plus p underscore num2, right result, minus, into, divide. Now for division case, again if condition will come, if num2 not equal to 0, etc. I am not putting it, but we have to put it. Plus, minus, into, divide. Now follow this carefully. I am putting some right statement here. Test. This is actually not required, just to show you how the program behaves. Now, to debug the program, to understand the program much better way, we can debug. Keep a breakpoint, execute, give 10, give 2, and say give plus. We'll start with plus. Choice equal to plus. So now if you observe this carefully, when I click F5, my program will go to the plus part. When I click F5, it is going to the plus part and executing the plus part. After executing the plus part, it is coming out. So outside the case statement, we have kept the right test. So it's jumping to the right test. Suppose if this keyword is not there, it will come to the output. So one condition executed, only one condition executed, F5. I will get some output. Now I am giving minus. I am giving minus and I am executing. Debugger switch to classical debugger. It's already in the classical debugger. So now the choice is minus. In the case of if it is checking is it plus, is it minus, is it minus, it is checking like that. But when I click F5, if you observe, when I click F5, it is directly jumping to the minus and execute the minus. Whatever is minus, it is executing. After executing, it will come out. It is coming out. So I am getting the result. Now I am giving divide. I am giving divide. Execute. When the user gives divide, fourth condition satisfies. Fourth condition satisfies. So now what my program will do when I click F5, program is directly jumping to divide. So at any point of time, only one condition is getting executed. So if else if is better or case statement is better.
Case
Case
statement.
is better, sir.
Now, if I don't explain debugging yesterday, you have to imagine everything, imagination, theory. But now you need not imagine, you can see what is happening. So this is the advantage of debugging. If you debug the code line by line and observe, You will understand it in a much better way. So yesterday, when you start debugging, it will confuse you because for the first time you are debugging, all the screens will confuse you. Today again try. Day after tomorrow, when I explain the program, again I will explain you the program like this only, showing the debugging. But next week I will show the debugging. After that, I will assume that you know the debugging. So every program you write, debug and see like this. Now coming to the negative case. Negative case. How to handle the negative case? So now in my program, if else if program, 11th program is the my if else if program. In the 11th program, if the user enters anything other than plus or minus or into or divide, what shall I do? So
You should not check. Should not check this condition.
for handling negative cases, we will add one else statement. If user gives plus, go here and execute. If the user is entering plus, go here and execute. If the user enters minus, go here and execute. If the user enters into, go here and execute. If the user enters divide, if the user enters divide, go here and execute. If nothing is satisfied, else part, else for all others, right? Invalid choice. Invalid choice. So handling else part. If none of the above conditions satisfies, go here and write invalid choice. The same thing when you come to case statement. When others. When others. For others, we don't have single quote. For only this only we'll have single quotes. For others is a keyword. For keywords, we don't use single quotes. For others, right. Invalid choice. Activate. Execute. Execute. So now I am entering invalid choice some character T. Execute. So my program don't check from starting. My program don't check from starting. Choice is T. So it is directly invalid. So it will directly jump to invalid choice. So at any point of time, my program is checking only one condition. So program will work fast. So the same calculator program, I have given three solutions to you. Now, out of these three, which one is better?
Case.
Case one is
Is case. Now, once you come to the company, you don't have this much time to do the program in 3, 4 ways and test it. So the client won't tell use case here or if here. It's your judgment. You have to take the call. Okay, if I write the program like this, it will be fast. If I take the program like this, it will fast. But again, everywhere, no one is perfect. Even God also is not perfect. Okay, so humans, we are just humans. So in this humans has designed this case statement. Every medicine you take will have at least minute side effect. Similarly, every keyword we use has some side effects. That means some drawbacks are there for everywhere. If and if has some drawback. So if else and if came. If and if the user is giving wrong condition, my program don't know what to do. So if else and if is better. Now if I'm using if else and if, now in a program we have to write multiple if conditions. Program is becoming slow. So if else we are writing. Starting conditions are fast, ending conditions are slow. So we came to the case statement. Similarly, case also has some drawbacks. So as of today, I just introduced the case statement. In the next class, we will see the drawbacks of this. And then we'll see what is the alternative. So this is how my class goes. Whatever is important to the next class. Before that, I will introduce something. Yesterday, I have introduced debugging. Now, data types. I have not explained the type P in the first day. But after testing, I've shown you the drawbacks of integer. And then I've shown you what is the advantage of P. So drawbacks, drawbacks, advantages. Now for all these, we can't give the theory notes. If I start giving notes, it will be like a Bible. Now, when you go for the interview, which page will you take? So these keywords you should remember by practice. Remember by practice. What is the correct way of practicing? Today we have covered something. After the class is over, do your breakfast, everything, recollect, try to do this. Until you get the output, try. Is anyone pushing you out? If you are in the lab will be there in night 7 o'clock. If you are practicing in your house, is your mother saying enough practice, enough studying, come out? So no parents will tell like that. So why you are stopping? While watching the TV, while watching a serial, practically you can do. You are watching the TV, you can listen with the ears what is happening, and you can think. You can do parallel task. But ideally, when you are doing a program, your brain should be fresh. So when you don't have the mood, don't do it. You won't get the output. But when your mood is calm, concentrate. When you are practicing, switch off your mobile, switch off thinking about all your girlfriends, etc. Just concentrate on the program. For 5 months, if you work hard, for 5 months, after the class, I will share you one WhatsApp message. Recently, your senior has forwarded the person who completed in the previous batch has forwarded. He got 5 hours in 1 week. He got 5 offers. Sixth one is still in the process. Which one to join is not able to decide. Which one to join is not able to decide. He's asking me, sir, which one to join, which one is the best. So in one offer, he got 10 lakhs package. In another one, he got 15 lakhs package. In another one, he got 13 lakhs package. Now location also. One from Hyderabad, one from Bangalore. Now he is having multiple choice. He can decide where he want to work. If you have the subject, you can decide. If you don't have the subject, you'll always search for help. Who will recommend me? Who will recommend me? Recommendations won't work in software. Recommendations, I can recommend you to call you for interview. Now, if you don't perform well in the interview, these days we are having client interview also. These days, Indian people are doing all these frauds. So ultimately, they are the client know all this. So what they are doing, they are keeping client interview. The client will do the interview. Somehow, I manage the first round and second round to you. Now, third round, the client is taking. If you can't answer, he will first question who is the person who took the before interview. You don't know anything. How you can pass it to the next level? So we will do the interview strictly only. If you have at least 50% subject, and one more thing we clearly know is everyone don't know everything. So at least as a beginner, if you know 30%, suppose you are claiming yourself as 2 years. If you know at least 50%, we will take you. So if I'm explaining 10 keywords, at least 5 keywords you can remember, you can get a job easily. But you are also remembering 5 keywords, some other institute guy also remembering 5 keywords, then what is the advantage? So slowly we are covering one topic or two topics per day. Today, else if and case statement. So can't you remember two topics? So correct way is while sleeping. What we have covered today, you have to recollect. In the weekend, Sunday, you have to close your eyes and recollect. Monday what we did, Tuesday what we did, Wednesday what we did, Thursday what we did. That is what are the keywords we have learned. What is the purpose of right statement? What is the purpose of skip statement? What is the purpose of view line statement? You have to recollect. Every Sunday you have to recollect what we have done the entire week. If this way you practice for the next 5 months, in sixth month you will be in a nice company, whether as a fresher or experience also. But if you come randomly, one day coming, one day not coming, you can't understand. Suppose yesterday people who have taken break yesterday, today when I'm explaining debugging, they will confuse what is this debugging. Now you need not know debugging also. Dry run. If you observe what is happening, if choice is when it is plus, where to go? When it is minus, where to go? You can do the dry run also. So that's it for today. On Monday, we will see the drawbacks of case statement, and Monday onwards, the program will become a bit tougher. We will be using loop statements. Repeated statements will be controlled by loop. So next week is very, very crucial. Don't take a leave next week at all. So that's it for me for today. Catch you on Monday. Now, what you have to do is, without opening my programs, create all the three programs. If and if also, if and if also, case statement also. And then try to compare all the three, how it is working. Understand how the behavior of if and if else and if and case. So that's the reason I'm not giving any assignment. So thank you. Catch you on Monday. Happy weekend.